Good day to you. Welcome back to Empowered for Wisdom. Today, shall we talk about learning, which does sound very easy at first, but while researching, found it to be complex um, and something to be planned before actually diving into something. Um, I hope this would make more sense by the end of the video. So let's head straight into it. This is a page in Cambridge Dictionary. Proactive is taking action by causing change and not only reacting to change when it happens. A second definition is intending or intended to produce a good result or avoid a problem rather than waiting until there is a problem. One way to look at it is a chess match. If you don't think a step ahead, the opponent could gain a chess piece from your board or your side, and vice versa. So let's try to break it down. Proactive. You can break it down as being a pro at an activity. And an acronym for this is actually, let's start with P. Passionate or perseverance. Now, we don't necessarily have to be passionate in a subject as long as, for instance, we want to help people. That can be our motivation. But there's many means to this. You could be a firefighter, you could be a policeman, you could help clients in a business setting. So where I'm getting at is perhaps perseverance is what is key. As long as we don't give up, we can continue to do our job. We can continue through the sweat and tears, through bruises, through paparazzi if you're in the entertainment business, and that we're resilient. That may be what matters at the end. To keep going, to keep learning, keep growing and maturing. Oh, I spelled perseverance wrong. Excuse me. And R, that can be defined as reflection and recognition. Now, we would always need to recognize our own strengths and weaknesses. That we don't do things that makes us wise in our own eyes, meaning that even though we're wrong, we don't try to be stubborn. That's how we mature sometimes. We listen to other people's advice. So reflection may be quite individual, whereas recognition could be from others. Maybe they recognize you with an award, recognize you for your participation. Again, giving you feedback, suggestions to improve. All in all, would really help because at the end, we don't know everything. You know, we've got a team, we've got support from family. So let's all try to work together. That may be the best way to learn. And finally, can be defined as objectives, where we can separate that to primary and secondary. All right. Objectives. So you have a main goal. Let's say you want to conquer Mount Everest. That could be your primary goal, primary objective. But there's a lot to get into that before actually conquering that objective, such as perhaps you have a fear of heights. We need where to get all the equipment, the blueprint of the mountain, a safe site to climb, learning from previous um, people that actually conquered the mountain for their advice. That goes back to recognition, not giving up. It's a long journey. Um, yeah, so I think these three are the part of the framework and one way to be proactive. If we take the definition of proactive as being a pro at an activity. So moving on, our four kickstart, if you will, on learning different things. So let's talk about the law. This is the basic law. Let me maximize the screen. All right, this is the basic law, the Constitution of the Hong Kong government. Now, I chose law without knowing anything, but I wished I already even did some preparatory research, such as what's the Constitution mean, because studying pre-law, that was one of the things we went over. Constitution can be defined as a body of rules regulating a system of governments within a state that can be written or unwritten. And for the Hong Kong government, it's the Constitution is the basic law. That's a document holding all the rules and regulations. Besides common law. Now, and there's guidance here, so we don't get lost. But when you talk about the law, one of the main things can be the Constitution. So if you know this, that's already a great kickstart of learning the law in a particular place. Now, this would be different in different countries, such as the United Kingdom, which has a unwritten constitution. The U.S. has a written constitution. And yeah, that's you can start there if you want to study law or learn more about it. There's also reading news as well, keeping up to date. The law is ever changing. Then we have if you want to study chemistry, you can start with the periodic table. Now, I don't know any chemistry, but this seems to be very important. When I was, some of my friends in GCSE before, they're having a hard time memorizing this. And yeah, I can see why. There's a lot of, a lot of terms in here. Yeah, have fun. Have fun with this, but this seems quite important if you want to. And everything's available online. This is the oldest chemistry society in the world. I think it's about 175 history. It's the world's longest. And that's the thing. We could, while learning new things, we need to learn from credible sources. Like this is an official website of the World Society of Chemistry, and the previous was the official website of the Basic Law of the Hong Kong government, governing the Hong Kong government. Now here's the official channel for the Obama administration in the U.S. during their regime. And here Michelle Obama talks about a new way to tour the White House online. So if you want to study architecture, perhaps interior design, this could be a great way to start. Yeah. And similarly, if you want to learn about finance, everything's available nowadays. This is a great channel debunking financial news, jargons, keeping up to date with what's going on. I did do an internship with them, and it's a brilliant team. I knew nothing about finance, but wanted to take a challenge in their 3 weeks internship, and I've learned a lot. I learned to be humble as well, because I didn't know much. People were in the same situation as me, but um, it was a challenge worth taking. And if you want to step out your comfort zone, this could be a good way, exploring a different field. And made new friends, made new connections. And yeah, I'm glad I took on the challenge. yeah, so this is it, guys. That was all I wanted to share with you guys. Um, I do think we need to be more conscious of what we're doing. Um, to learn more, like we hear all these terms again, all these jargons, all the information, but we don't try to digest it, which may be quite um, unproductive, unfortunately, because we won't know what we just learned if we didn't process the information. Then we can't process it, we can't apply it. Then it's just like information coming in one ear, going out the other. So perhaps I hope we can learn from this. I'm still learning, and all the best in your endeavors.